Have you ever heard the phrase, "Those who don't know the history are doomed to repeat it"? Does it sound a cliché? But it's unfortunately the truth. And there is no better example than our country, Colombia, whose history of more than 60 years of violence proves it. For example, we have noticed how fight violence with more violence only increase it, but we decide to continue doing it. Or we have also noticed how some newscasts have shared false news, but we still keep turning them. That is why today we come here to talk about memory, as the cause of one of the biggest problems in Colombia, but also an important part for the solution.
I'm going to start asking you, what do we really know about the Colombian armed conflict? We usually watch the news to be updated, but are the stories that usually appear in the media completely true? Do we ever give us the opportunity to listen to those stories that are told by the people that have to experience the armed conflict in their daily life? So far, we can see how all possible versions of a story are important and deserve to be heard and preserved by society, thus creating a collective memory. Now, it's very important to talk about the huge impact that collective memory has in society. But why is memory, and specifically collective memory, so important for us? The reason is because it constitutes our social identity, which is the configuration of the self-concept of an individual who recognizes himself as a member of a social group and identifies with the values and emotions of these groups. Also, according to Centro de Memoria Histórica, is a vehicle through which we are able to build a sense of who we are. That is that both individuals and social groups are selective in those things they want to remember and those they want to forget, which makes them unique. Due to the post-conflict condition in which the country is located, it's very relevant to cover issues regarding memory, peace, through a reconstruction that can guarantee a sustainable peace.
So, what is the importance of memory reconstruction? It is through this process that helps to empower communities to aware that their stories count and deserve to be heard, despite the existence of more dominant discourses regarding to this. It is necessary to reconfigure the social relations and take a critical position to face dominant structures that promote these discourses.
Can you mention any case of a community where memory reconstruction is taking place? Surely not. There is the task. For now, let's explore the case of La Tejedora, a mural created by the victims of Magdalena's apartment, stitch to stitch, to remember their dead and to be sure that no one forget what happened to them.
In fact, this mural started from Fundemag, Fundación para el Desarrollo Humano Comunitario, an organization which defends human rights, started to work with the victims and found that webbing was a way for them to communicate the dreams and the anxieties. But most important, the memories of the community.
Those murals have been in museums walls all around Colombia to show what happened in Magdalena's apartment. But most important, to give a message of not to lose hope of living in peace. The main actors of this project are Fundehumag, Red de Paz, MUMA, and you, of course. Society is very important stakeholder in any of the memory construction process. La Tejedora is one of the many examples of communities in Colombia that are trying to reconstruct a full version of their history through collective memory with the recognition of their cultural practices.
So, don't forget, remembering is not the opposite of forgetting, and memory is the result of the interaction. The important part is to remember what really matters and go and fight for it. And also, to progressively forget those aspects that no longer contribute and about which there is nothing left to do.
In that sense, the invitation for us is to understand where we come from, who we are, and where are we hidden in the community where we belong. In this way, we will be able to ensure what we are referring, starting with an individual and personal change of thoughts and attitudes. When we have an internalized knowledge of history that has influenced us, we will have the tools to have an impact on others. However, if at this point you are wondering what is the importance of this problem in your role as a psychologist, we want to remind you some of the solutions that you could carry out through collective memory. First, once you know the history of the specific community, you will be able to identify the main necessities of the society, and with an interdisciplinary job, you can improve the social condition that this community is facing. Also, it is very important to identify the facing strategies that the victims of the conflict are using, because usually those strategies are based on meanings or memories about their difficult life experience, which means that could be based on constant re-victimization. For this reason, psychologists need to create new kind of facing strategies, and one option is to start from the union of the society through different activities that are important in that community, like music, theater, or painting, with the purpose of extracting support networks, which represent a new community identity to promote the reconstruction of societies outside a context of re-victimization, restructuring the negative collective memory that which has also been erased by the disturbing history of conflict in Colombia.